Good morning. Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You can hear me loud and clear. I've been running around a little bit late this morning. Daylight savings. Daylight savings. Didn't quite catch me out, but it made things a little bit trickier. But we're here and we are live, so welcome along. Nice to see so many of you here already. Have a look. What are we going to say? Logan, Klaus, Caleb, good morning everyone. Got George, you. Cyril the Barman, I hope I've pronounced that correctly. I'm assuming he is invisible. Welcome along. Nice to have you here. Legion, how you doing, buddy? Been up this morning. You. Mark Thor, welcome along. Nice to have you here. Tim 10, good evening. John Friend, welcome. Jake Lunn. See you. Legacy Ag. Buddy, welcome along. Crazy 8. How are you? This game is certainly is. Welcome. Caleb, good morning to you, but good morning again. You're up early as well. Because Kiwis got caught out by daylight saving. So, current local time. Cutting in and out and a bit like a robot. Is that better? Right, moving the mic a little bit closer. How are we all? Welcome along. Nice to have you all here. G'day, Scooter. Nice to see you as well. Sounds cutting out. Ugh. I don't know what's going on with that. I wonder. Try hitting a refresh on the stream because I did change before I went live. I changed ultra low setting. And that might have rigged you. I want to be cutting. Is it because I'm talking? Oh, I know. Because I'm. Is that better? If I face it like that. Is that better now? Must be the metal plate in my head. It's because I was looking at the screen with my chat on, rather than the screen with the game on. Better? Better that way? Than that way? Better? Better. I know why. So anyhow, like I said, I've been running around a little bit crazy and wiring up my... and right into the mic. I need to fix that gating setting then, Scott. It's exactly what you're saying, it's clipping. I've got nothing, John. You've heard of thunder down under, what does that mean? What's that? Oh. Excuse me, sorry, that'll be right in your ear too. Probably will turn me up to make me sound better. In fact, I wonder if I can move. Give that a little bit of a wiggle around like that. How's that? If it's not one thing, it's something else, isn't it? Right. So, we're in the middle of winter. We are selling barley today. I think we've got a pretty decent price. Yeah, 283. In my skipping forward some time, I peaked at 284, so we're $1 off. $1 off the peak, so I think we can handle that. But we have gone and grabbed another Mac. This is that pack I had in the last video on Deer Creek. This is BC Bueller's Mac grain hauling pack, and it's very nice. And fingers crossed it's going to make it to all platforms. But nice little pack because it does come, obviously, with the semi and the trailer there as well as the grain truck with the pup trailer. It's very cool. Law of averages, that's right, Scooter. It's not one thing, it's the other. But yeah, these are very cool. And we just take a very quick look at the pack. Through here, who likes the fact you can go in the store and find all the mods and DLC stuff? So you can go straight to it when you've got something like this, which is a pack. You can see every single part of it. Very helpful. But there's the semi. Very cool. Not a huge amount of options too. Nice. The stripe. Few options on exhaust. 2 options on exhaust. 2 options on engine as well. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. However many I've just counted, 6 or 7 different tyre options. And then your colours, that changes the main body, design colours, the stripe, the bonnet, sorry. Design colour, the second one's the stripe, so go back there. Go. Then your rims. And of course the license plate. So yeah, very cool. Grain truck's the same. You can just change the colours on the bed or the tipper. There's no other options on the tipper. Ditto here, exactly the same. And then the semis, the same again, just change the wheels and the colours. Very cool. Have I seen the comments on DJ's map downloads? No, I haven't. Is that on his itch on Facebook, or where's that? Am I going to plant corn in field 1? That is... Where are we? That's the plan. So what's field 1 got in at the moment? It's got soybeans. So that's the plan. We once we get to spring, we'll get some corn planted. So time frame for April. So we've got wheat planted in the other 2 fields at the moment. We can harvest that in June. Get some soybeans into there, like we did with the same cycles last time. But we'll have swap fields on his page. I haven't, June. Positive, I hope. I do hope they're positive. Anyhow, that loud thing. Right, so I'm going to set up some auto drive for this. Stingy, welcome along. Jenkins say hey from Turkey. Welcome along, mate. Nice to see you. Right. So, we're in the right place. Field 1 truckload. No, we want to load from our yard grain silo. We're going to go to the elevator, and we're taking barley. So, here we go. That one's set up, and let's go and find the next one. And I'll take a ride down with the first truck, just to make sure it goes to the right place. Lots of folks having issues getting the maps loaded. See, there was another map that people had issues with. I'm just trying to remember which one it was now. Elk Mountain, a lot of people had issues with it getting to 60% and not loading past that. So I wonder if it's a common issue. Grain elevator, barley. How much barley have we got? That is a very good question, Scott. Wispy as well, yeah. Barley. 406, so we've taken 40,000 litres out, so 450,000 litres, I think. Pretty much. Here we go. That one filling, and go get this one filling too. There's obviously a common issue. Because I've like you two, Mark, as well, you say I've had no issues with either of those maps. So, I mean, yeah, nice if they can figure out if there's a common theme going on. Alright, let's leave that going. Let's ride along with this guy. See how it goes getting there. It's not going to take as long to get these cleared out, actually. I thought it might take a while. You've had it. No, see, no one eat. Bet you there's a common mod that everyone's got. Something they've downloaded from a third party. Some unauthorized mod conversion. Well, I imagine they've probably tried it without mods and had the same issue. Who knows? Graphics issues, yeah. Could be. Hello, Olaf. How are you? Welcome along. Nice to see you. So we've had a bit of a week for the channel, really. 10,000 subs we went past in the middle of the week or earlier last week. But we've had almost 500 subs in the last 6 or 7 days. It's been a little bit crazy. I was sort of counting down it. We got to about 980 subs, and I thought, oh, 200 to go. This will take a couple of weeks, and seems Green Valley and mining on Elk Mountain are very popular, so very, very exciting. Thank you to each and every one of you for your support, and it's been a lot of fun, what a blast. A nice week. Just one of those weeks. FSG, welcome along, mate, nice to see you. Q Elk Mountain questions. So I had to coordinate with FSG, told me he was going to go live, and I was like, geez, I can't go live when the master is. Everyone will bugger off and go and watch his stream, so we made sure he, I had 2 hours before him. So that must be our first hopper, $6,500. Let's see, 35,000 litres in this. That's the one thing with this trailer, it's a little bit smaller than you might get from a few of the others. Was that 6? Oh, it was on both, so it must have been 12,000. There we go. Let's jump back into the other Mac. I wanted to see how it goes getting past the Kenworth, just as it was about to tip. Make sure the mods were empty, still had the same issue. Yeah, interesting. Mustafa, thank you very much for the subscription. You got Argsy, you got the stream on the tablet as the third monitor's busy playing around with trains. What are the other two monitors doing? Crazy eights. B. Williams, the R model Max look great, but how do they compare to the Phoenix when it comes to available horsepower? We can have a look at that. What were the two different engines? I think it was 500 and 600 from memory. 400 and 500 horsepower engine options. They certainly, for what I've done with them so far, they're both exactly the same. What I've done with them so far, they seem to handle everything, no issues. Of course, I haven't been hauling anything crazy. It's been going very well. Streaming marathon today, indeed. Not for me. Not for me today. We'll do that one day, Klaus. We'll get something together. Possibly the last weekend of the month. Just have to sort some things out, but good chance I may have the house to myself, which might make it a better time. Alright, I'm going to tab out of there because that is a very noisy elevator. You treated yourself to new monitors to celebrate your 10k. Very nice. There's a couple of 32-inch curves should be here tomorrow. New mic, new monitors, new car. Anyone else think FSG won Lotto? Secretly hit it big. He found oil on Wyoming and suddenly he's a millionaire. New house. Yeah, agreed, Olaf. Hey, John just called him out on that too. New car, new monitors. Yeah, so new mic. Does your wife have any? John. 4-hour live stream on No Man's Land with FSG. We could, we've got a fair few potatoes to harvest. Greg, might take 4 hours to do those. Cat-powered Phoenix can get 1100. Do you need 1100 horsepower, B. Williams? And excuse my ignorance, but do you get trucks that have 1100 horsepower? I'm assuming you probably do. Seems a bit excessive though, to me. In my humble opinion. John Smooth, that's the second time you said you're moving to Scotland, John. Is there some facts? Truth to the matter? So probably actually, what have we got rid of? To almost 180,000 litres. Figured out how to turn the tablet into basically a third monitor for the PC. It's small but it works. What did you use to do that, Crazy 8s? I used to do that with my iPad. I used to have an app called Duet, which you could run on your PC and it would turn it into a third monitor. Tell it to feed something, so that was kind of handy. But 2 monitors is enough for me at the moment. YouTube millionaire. No. But further to go for that yet, Scooter. Joe, welcome along, mate. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. And the Richard truck doing 96 miles per hour. I have had very few successful excursions in Farming Simulator driving at 96 miles per hour. They invariably end up with crashes, so often in a truck that does that sort of speed, if I'm driving, I'll instigate cruise control just to control that. If you want some practice with the spuds, hop on the ND server, you can come help. How many acres of spuds have you got there, Christoph? I know FSG said about it the other day, but I'm been super impressed with your the core crew that you've got on that map. You've been very dedicated and consistent in your playing. Been going for a long time actually. So that was one that got set up in around the beginning of the year, didn't it? Or maybe even late last year. App called Share Desk or something like that. Yeah. BC Bueller, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Nice trucks. Do I have a link? Nah. They're private. No one else gets to play with these. Not until they're released on ModHub for all platforms. But I agree, mate. They are very nice. I'm enjoying them. This is the first time I've used this one. I've used the rigid body, but haven't used the semi yet. So yeah, no, it's good. Already on Mod Network. Normally 600 horsepower. I would have thought. It's direct. It's because none of our roads are straight enough to do 96 miles per hour Chinook. Although I did see a racing semi yesterday on the back of the truck. It's useful for pulling the truck out of those ditches on Frankenmuth. That's a good point. Pass the test. Alright, let's go and find something else to follow for a bit. In fact, have a look at the interior. One thing we haven't looked at. Those floor mats. Radio out there. Pull down air vent. Nice detail in here too. Very good. Other aspects. Visibility, nice mirrors. Very nice. And ride along with this for a little bit. Paul Wright, good morning to you. Welcome. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Most trucks do no more than around 80 miles per hour, but the force is 100. Oh, yeah, around 80 kilometers per hour, you mean? We have trucks here in New Zealand which are, they claim its speed limit to 90 kilometers per hour. And our open road speed limit's 100 as well. Been great with the guys on the server, currently working on 68 acres of potatoes. Another big field that's just been planted with potatoes. If you haven't seen the Premier League scores this morning, and you don't want a spoiler, block your ears. But my Chelsea mad son just showed me the score in the Chelsea Brentford game. Hence my freckles. everyone in this chat gets a link to the trucks. Absolutely, Brian, when they're released. We'll make sure we can share it with you. Oh. Yard grain silo. Why is that beeped at me? Did I only have it set on 2 cycles, maybe? Let's go have a look. Still got barley, don't we? 200,000 litres. I had auto drive. Yeah, there we go. Only had it going twice, so it's done its 2 loads and told me it's arrived. Pull the front. Back up. Black Pot Cader, mate. Welcome along. Jonathan Kinward, hello. Nice to have you here as well. You're looking for a new map. What are we doing here? We can auto drive back on, it'll fill itself. Okay. Looking for a new map to work on. This looks like it has potential. This is a nice map actually. I've enjoyed it. Only a single 1x standard size map, but it has some nice big fields. So, what is it? 10 fields total. But field number 1 down here is 160. Yeah, 160,000 acres. 160 acres. 160 acres. Then field 3, I think, is the second biggest stuff. Then if you wanted some smaller ones, I mean, field 10 is the smallest. It's still 22 acres. Impressively, the trucks seem to be in the right cadence, that we haven't come across any of them at the corners, the intersections. That was going to be my worry. Where do we get? Scrolling back up. Scott George saying the highest speed limit in the US is 85 miles per hour on highway between San Antonio. Wow, that's impressive. Crikey, 85 miles, 1.6. It must be almost 100 k's. Not more. They took a beating, they certainly did. Snowing like crazy, flakes are huge. So it was a very foggy morning here this morning, but it's going to clear to be a beautiful autumn day. I was going to stay up rather late last night. Rocket Lab, New Zealand Rocket Company, were doing a launch at about 1:30 AM local time. And if it was a nice clear night, so I would have been able to see it from where we are. We're about 300 k's away as the crow flies. You just see this bright orange light. It looks a little bit like a firework going up into the sky, but it never explodes. Well, touch wood, never explodes. What's the speed limit? Klaus is in Germany and enjoys driving on the autobahns, I'm assuming. Send snow to Auckland. You got snow in Auckland. Chinook. Could you imagine Aucklanders driving in snow? They complain when it rains. Should have changed the truck around. It's got the grain doors on it. It's been tipping through the grain doors. I should have changed that. My one gripe with this map is the noise here at the silos. Humans don't know speed limits there. Right. Nothing quite like grabbing onto a door doing 30 miles per hour past you. Big field is an understatement. It is a little bit, isn't it, Greg? Certainly bit off more than I could chew on some of them. Derek Smith, how are you? Good evening to you. Good morning from me. Kind of snowing in Germany on Friday. Did you get your levels sorted out, Legion? So whereabouts are you, Scooter? Whereabouts in the States are you based? Call it SAPS. Oh, yeah. Snow and sleet all day Friday. Perfect day in Fort Worth. You're up late most nights. In fact, you've been a lot more lot more punctual. Really lately, Mark, haven't you? With your... I haven't heard the stories of Mark Ball still being up at 4 AM in the morning. At least I haven't got the Discord messages that Mark Ball's still being up at 4 AM. Wouldn't know how to drive in snow. I mean, they don't know how to drive on a sunny day. So we, like, and it hardly ever snows here where we are either. Back, gosh, 2012 must have been? 2011 even. We get snow down to sea level pretty much here, and all the way down sort of from here south, there's heaps of snow. It's one of the only times in my lifetime I've seen snow settle on the ground. But for some stupid reason I decided, I was meant to be in Wellington, which is a 2-hour drive from where I am, the following day for a 2-day training seminar, and we'd already made plans to go down and stay with friends, and we were driving down. My wife came down because she was on maternity leave with our oldest. He was only a few months old, and decided it was a nice idea in August to drive to Wellington at 7 o'clock at night when it's pitch black and it's snowing still. And I wondered why the cars in front were going so slow, so one of them actually pulled over and let me go past, and then as soon as I got in the front and had no visual references to follow, I realised why they were going so slow. It's actually probably the scariest thing I've done, but you just couldn't see the edge of the road. Couldn't see the centre line of the road. This is on our main highway, main north-south highway. So stopping that's the problem. We were lucky because it didn't get cold and freeze on the ground. Will this ever be released on console? I very much doubt it, Jonathan. I'd say that Central Ohio Modding have moved on to other things. Some news too, actually, on Southern Cross Station. It has been through testing and has failed. So, not good news, but good news in the fact that it has been tested and Fox has got some things to work on. So I messaged him actually after my live stream on Wednesday night and asked him how it was going, and he said he had a couple of things he was struggling to get solved. So I've offered to not my assistance, because my assistants are useless, but I said I could tap some shoulders if I needed a hand and see if we could get it sorted for him. So fingers crossed. I haven't heard back from him, but he's, like I've said before, he's quite possibly busy working. He is does seem to work away from home a bit, so. But fingers crossed, at least it's been through testing and he's got something to work on and get it hopefully finalised off. Haven't seen an Autobahn for months, just driving the small roads from town to town. Tried to lurk in the early hours. Sleeps with his eyes open, others so he can charge himself from an electrical socket. How's the weather in Deer Creek? I love to work in rain and snow. It snowed every winter I've had. I've actually turned snow off because I couldn't be bothered dealing with the ploughing and that this time around. But it has been snowing. I did have snow on the ground as I was skipping time forward, so it has been good for that. You slept with your eyes open before, I was on guard on. So for those of you who've been following along with my internet issues, it seems I've nailed it down to being the cable under the ground. It goes from our house to the shed. Basically one of the two internet connections I have, we do have two at the moment, just stopped working completely, it just wouldn't work at all. So I went and bought a 50 metre long network cable and have run that from the house to the shed above ground, and it's working fine, which is what we're playing on right now. And so far the stream connection and quality has been faultless, apart from my audio at the start, which was user issue and not anything to do with the internet. So hopefully that solved that. So the next question is how I'm going to fix it. Let's get away from that noise. It's going to cross. Yeah, I can one up FSG and get a new house. Not likely. Well, I'm looking at different options, Crazy 8s. I did do a little bit of research yesterday in wireless, direct wireless from the shed to shed. So you put a line of sight direct radio. I think it uses radio waves. Can't remember exactly. I was trying to understand it. That's certainly going to be the cheaper option because I can get one of those for less than $200. Whereas by the time I'd dug up a trench and got some conduit and brought it all into the house, I'd be well in excess of 200 bucks. The one I'm running now today is Cat 6 actually, Mark. The one under the ground is only Cat 5e. How would I like and subscribe for? I already subscribed to the channel. Friendly reminder for those who don't. Just in case. Do I need to change it? If you haven't already. If you don't already subscribe, don't forget to. Starlink might be, and I've already got Starlink Crazy 8s. So that's one of my internet, so I do have. So I've got a local provider and then we've got Starlink. And I need to get rid of one because I don't want to continue paying for two. But the downside with Starlink is I don't want to have, this is a first world problem, I don't want to have the white dish on our house because our house is all black. Oh, what's happened here? Kenworth's coming hot. Kenworth has come in like a relic. I've got collisions turned off, obviously. Let's just get out of his way. Kenworth doesn't like having a Mac on the farm. He's like, nah, get out of my way. Crazy. Packets were leaking out. Must be Scott. What's funny about it is, like, it's fine. Like the one that's connecting my Starlink to the house is fine and it can run perfectly. I can get over 200 megabits per second download everything. But then I'm just going to change the tip side on this actually. I remember about it. You on that one. You on that one. What was I saying? Oh, the Starlink one works fine, except, and then will just drop out like for a minute. And then it reconnects and it's back up to normal speeds and everything. So it's a bizarre situation. Chose not to tip the rest of his... Oh, because I sent him back to the silo. Hang on a sec. Crank driver. Radio waves on high beam. Like I said, well, that's the other option, Legion. That is the long-term plan. That is the ultimate long-term plan, is to create a man cave out there. Being the architect I am, I've already designed it. I know exactly what it's going to look like. Cat 6 longest, typical all black house. Yeah. That was our whoops. Which way are we going? Go to here. That was when we were building the house, Christoph. That was my wife's slogan, was all black everything. So even down to you know, putting security lights and sensors on the outside, we had to go and source black. Christian Lawrence, welcome along. Good evening to you. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Thank you very much for stopping in and saying hello. Time for some chili con carne. Starlink's not the best for live stream. Yeah, I'm on the fence for that too, Scott. I've used it successfully. He's done his 2 loops again. Loopy driver. Let's have a look, how much barley have we got left? Maybe. Oh, there's only 12,000 litres. Alright, we'll move this guy out of the way and get the other one to take over. Get the Mac, can do the last little bit. Oh, crash counter, +1. Soak up sunlight. Why would our electrical bill be through the roof? For cooling, we've got no mechanical cooling. The whole house is cooled passively, so no air conditioning or anything. It's all colour steel, which is metal roof and cladding. But good insulation, really good insulation, stops it from overheating there inside. Just like it keeps heat in, and summer it keeps heat out. Alright, we are going to have to give them a poke and a prod and send them on their way again. Tara, how you doing? Welcome along. Indeed, thank you for the reminder, Chinook, if you're enjoying the stream. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and help support the channel. Gives YouTube a little boost. Now, interestingly enough, I don't know, I'm sure you've all seen, I tried my first YouTube short video. I thought the truck crash on Elk Mountain with the train was too good not to share, so thought we'd give it a go just as a trial and see how that performs for the channel. Here we go, we're going to get our very last load and we're going to get our first crash, are we? Yep. Has that max slowed down too much? Oof. Yeah, so it'll be interesting just to keep an eye on the analytical side of that, see how it goes for the channel. Sure, it was hilarious. Yeah, so I'm going to try and do a few more of those, Scott. Kind of maybe 1 or 2 a week, just to pick something out of one of my videos that we do. Might be something funny, might be just a short little montage of what was being done and something that time. Indeed, thank you, Scooter. Hello, Simon. How you doing? I'm doing well, Tara. Doing very well. I've just been saying how I've managed to sort the internet out, albeit temporarily. Outtakes. Yep, if I have some, Derek, that'll certainly be it. Hey, what you been drinking, son? Always done this. I press go to the next point. Oh, go away. Can't get a good help these days. Go and tour our wheat field, drive all the way through it in the middle of winter, and not get stuck. Here you go, there's an outtake. You did well to pick up on that, Mark. Actually, oh, do you know how painstakingly careful I am to avoid saying that word? And then it just slipped out. Because I know it yeah. I know how much Scorp tries to catch me out on it. Why are you going in here now? Oh, because when I pressed go again, you wanted to go to the green, right? Want something right? Do it yourself. Have I seen Farmer Taz's video on tyre damage? I haven't watched it yet, Fisher J. No, I haven't. I've been meaning to. I have been meaning to check that out, see what it's all about. I thought, I honestly thought when I saw the thumbnail, and I thought, I haven't heard of this one. Is it clickbait or what is it? But I am going to have to go and have a look because I do like the idea of that. Now, excuse the noise, it's going to get noisy. Where's our dump? Yeah, tip trigger on that. I wonder if I'm on. There we go. Wrong hopper selected. The Kiwi gag, yeah, that's it. Keith Chase, when does this map come out? It's you read the title wrong. New Nebraska map. So the new Nebraska map is out, Keith. It is on DJ Modding's Facebook page. If you want the easiest way to find it, and seeing you're on the channel already, go and find my video for Green Valley, and there's a link to DJ's page there. Otherwise, he has a itch.io page. Alright, how much money did we make then? $125,000, give or take a little bit. So that's not a bad little bit of money. We're going to need all of that to buy seed and fertilizer though for the soybeans. But how long is it's taken us 40 minutes. Left twiddling our thumbs for the rest of winter. Actually we're going to probably going to have to skip time forward, because if we take a look, what's our price actually on some of the other crops? So I know soybeans don't peak for quite a lot longer. In fact, we're about the last price we can get. So we're going to wait till June for those. Dry corn, on the other hand, dry corn's gone up. Maybe we could sell a few loads of dry corn. Right, $500. All right, we're going to sell some dry corn. Let's go and find a truck to sell it with. Dry corn. Here we go. Keep things moving. Crazy Eights is talking about his trains again, aren't you? Just got an engine shed put in. So you did ask me actually if I had a look at it. I have had a look at it. I've looked at a couple of YouTube channels, videos on it. It does look interesting. Oh, horn. Bump that up so we don't have him stopping again. How many thousands? I think we got like 850,000 meters of dry corn. Yeah, there we go. Must have been even more, 870,000, I think. Scott Fuchs, how you doing, mate? Just pop in and drop a like and say hi. I have a couple of rugrats jumping on me. Oh, I appreciate that, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Nice to have you here, even if it is just briefly. Thank you, Mark. There's DJ's Facebook page if you wanted that for downloading Green Valley. Apparently there is a few issues. Some people are experiencing issues with the map loading. So I don't know if these are the same people who had issues with the likes of Westby and Elk Mountain, but just be warned. Big Scoopy76, good morning to you. Or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you may be joining from. It's addictive. This game's addictive enough, Crazy Eight. You know what we're going to need to do when we're finished here? Get the pressure washer out. That truck's looking decidedly average. You didn't know when you were watching the stream this morning we were going to play American Truck Simulator all day, did you? But getting back to forward planning. So we've got 9 and 4 of the ones with the wheat in, and they're growing. Now, can actually someone tell me this? We cultivated these fields. After harvest, they started growing weeds, just like this field down here has. So then we cultivated it, or actually ploughed these fields. It's the ploughing that stops the weeds, isn't it? I figured it out myself. Deep ploughing stops weeds, so we won't get weeds in these 2 fields. That explains it. Weeded, then ploughed, then planted, so no weeds. But if we direct drill into this field for soybeans, is my intention, get weeds, won't we? Yes. Here we go. Figured it out. So anyhow, next task, once we've finished this and got into spring, it's going to be seeding field 1. There's some soybeans in there. US Central, Big Scooby. Oh, it'll be, what is it, afternoon for you then? Old mate Kenworth. He's going to get excited here. Watch this. Look at him go. Get out. Do I have collisions turned off? Yeah. Here we go, let's try that. Let's try that and see if he can be a little bit better behaved. Pleasant View Farms, how you doing, my friend? Great to see you, Aussie Odd. Hello to you as well. Trying a new local beer, Scott. What are you trying today, this evening, or this afternoon? K-Von, playing remove the weeds. There we go. Thank you for confirming that. I'd forgotten I'd ploughed it before planting it, but of course being corn, required that ploughing afterwards. Yeah, look at that, 10 grand. 10 grand just off the front tipper. It's healthy. How much is in that? Is it 20,000 litres? That makes sense. It's about 500 bucks per 1,000 litres. Apparently I didn't change the tip side. There's the other. Oh, I haven't changed the field top on this one. Can't wait for the new PC. Have you ordered something pleasant? Nice. You'll be a new sim farmer with a new PC, pleasant. Most exciting for you. Wild Acre Bronco in Fort Worth trying their IPA. Bad at all. I'm actually enjoying a lot of IPAs. Actually, APAs have been more of my jam lately. I'll order a pizza again today. Crazy 8s, you're not getting so into your trains that you're neglecting to eat a wholesome and well-rounded dinner, are you? Boom, 11 grand, that's off one hopper. Gosh, this corn's gonna need us a fair amount, I reckon, because of how much we've got in there. We are going to be able to clear our debt. Our debt's sitting at $290,000. What have we made off harvest so far? 170,000. This is the problem. So here's the problem with collisions. The truck detects collisions on the power poles. It goes slow. This is why I had it turned off. But only on some of them. So I had the same issue when I was trying to get the fertilizer spreader, I think, into this field. With auto drive, it stopped trying to go underneath the power lines. Because it detected a collision on the actual wires, I think. Show Pleasant the Mac gauges, please. Like those? There you go. See them in fine detail. It's quite cool how it's going through the rev range as the gears shift. Speedo on the right. Fuel there. I'm not actually sure if the fuel's shown correct or not. So very nice and detailed. I'm looking for gauges for the 8000 series. So have you looked at any of Julian F. Modding's tractors? I've got it installed. Nope. The ones on the Kenworth are like. They're for you. Come back. And it's got flash digital gauges. Look at those ones. Fancy pants. Interestingly, that must be the digital readout on that must be in kilometers. So we're currently saying 24 miles and it's saying 38 on the digital. Yet the gauge is showing the correct speed relative. Alright, thank you for Carsick doing that for too long. Which truck is this one? This is a Kenworth W900, and I think someone asked me the same question the other day. Where is it? There. This was by I'm trying to Gamer Designs, who has released the Umbrian Valley map. It's on his, yeah, there we go. Thank you, Jim. It's on his itch.io. I think it's a remake of the Expendable one from FS19 that he got permission to redo. Very nice truck though. I've enjoyed it. Pretty much ready to release there. 8000. Just want to add gauges. Yeah, cool. So Derek, I haven't seen many YouTubers using AutoDrive. Does it work okay? AutoDrive works 90% of the time really well. So I've got into the habit of using it lots. I like the idea of doing things like this where I can simulate having a haulage company or someone like that. You know, I don't own 3 trucks. I mean, for the realism in the game, like for the way the game's set up, I do own them. I buy them and then I just cheat money in. So those 2 max, the farm owns, but I cheat money in and then just use them like this. But when I'm using AutoDrive, I like to use pay wages, so you can see the money just ticking down there. So of course playing AutoDrive, I keep wages on most of the time. And it's just for me, it's a way to say, look, I'm getting you some help. It might be a contractor, or it could be some other way, but at least I'm paying for it. But yeah, no, AutoDrive's cool. Had nothing problems with AutoDrive working properly on multiplayer. Yeah. In what way? FSG and I are using it on No Man's Land, albeit in a very simplistic way, but we've used it on plenty of multiplayers without any issues. But we've got it, like I've got it set up, and I was spending a bit of time on Elk Mountain last night setting up the gold mine. So that's where we're going to head to next in the mining series, and that all seems to set up pretty well. This will be the biggest issue. The biggest gripe I have is the collision detection. The fact it's detecting not every one of these power poles. it is picking up, and that's one thing FSG and I had on West Texas and in 19 was collision detections on the pivot irrigators. It was a little bit annoying. What's happening here? We've got a bit of a queue going on. How have we managed to catch all 3 trucks up at the same spot? Oh, collision seat. Yeah. That's why I turned collision detection off. Because it doesn't like driving over these waste bridges. See? Wouldn't drive over the way bridge. And the gold mines, like on Yukon Valley, was the same with collision detection. So the trucks wouldn't back up to the wash plant because it detected a collision. So depends how the map's made sometimes too. Did I see your message on Discord last night? What was your message on Discord? What was the farmhouse? What was the farmhouse? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. No, I hadn't hadn't seen that. Skip all that. Actually, I'm going to stay tabbed out of that just so it's not so noisy. Wait for this truck to get out of the way. Start heading back. Farmhouses. Well, because none of the farmhouses have sleep triggers on them, so I don't know if you can set them as start points on Green Valley. That was something DJ did on purpose because you can only have one sleep trigger. So the idea with that was you could put your own sleep trigger down, but actually setting it as your start point, I'm not sure. Have I got any more Farmers Only Club videos planned? And did you see your comment on Discord? I do, Mark. I want to get to transitioning from the pre-FM contract server because that was getting a little bit tedious and, well, not tedious because that doesn't sell it very well. But in terms of content, it was just very repetitive. Same tractors doing the same contracting, cultivating contracts and things like that. So I've just been trying to do a few, and time's been an issue actually, to find time to jump on and spend, because some of those contracts take 45 minutes to do, and it's quite time consuming. Just short of $400,000 though, so we hopefully we can progress a little bit more, get further forward. I really wanted to involve the community in helping me choose where we were going to head when we actually get into buying a farm and setting up a farm on one server. Those pesky pivots. Damn right, those pesky pivots. Hawkeye, welcome along. Hello, and Argsy and everyone else came over from FSG's channel after seeing the co-op with them. Oh, welcome along, mate. Great to have you here. Hope you are enjoying the content, and good to have you. Good to have you. Look who's lurking. Yeah, he's been lurking for a wee while. He's gonna give him another 40 minutes, and he'll start to say, "Going live in 20. Make sure you pop over and see Green Valley in action." What we're actually all gonna do is we're all gonna head over there at the end of the stream and say, "Argsy raid," and tell him to clean all his tractors and make sure he's got the right tool selected. Jacob Tyler, how you doing? Welcome. Now you'll see how it should be done. Hardly. Look at me, I've spent an hour of a live stream talking to you guys, watching trucks driving around in circles. What? It's because, say FSG, it's what? 8 PM your time, eh? Got an hour to your stream. I have got the times right. So No Man's Land tonight. We'll do 9 AM your time, 8 PM my time. More harvesting on No Man's Land. Maybe some cultivating. field prep for the next crops. Why did why did you start filling and then stop again? You've got it. You've been running trains most of the day since like 5:30 this morning. I've still got 7 days to die. Just dink around on plus put down a ton of track. Just a quiet day planned. Yeah, about an hour to go. Oh, I'm just warming up the crowd for you. The truck's coming. The truck's coming. Where is the nearest truck? It'll be the other Mac, which is for whatever reason still tipping through the grain door. Just a bit. Streaming on Deer Creek, thought I'd watch since I won't tackle it myself. Like big fields, but not that big. It's the Stegminator. Nick, hey there, mate, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream, my good friend. How much money have we made so far? Well, we started out on 2 grand. And we've probably spent 2 grand in wages. So, see, how much have we made? Have we made more than we've got? Harvest income. We've sold $223,000. We've blown almost 4 grand on wages. But we've been selling barley, and now we're selling some dry corn. And how far through our dry corn selling are we? Oh, we've sold 200,000 litres of dry corn and 450,000 litres of barley. Still got a way to go. You were addicted to Farm Sim for a while, but once I discovered this game, I didn't have been playing it since. Tell you what, I've actually got back into playing a little bit lately is some more PUBG. It's been my little guilty vice, getting a couple of games in that. Then after I've been doing all my Farm Sim stuff, jump on and have a little bit of a play. Used to be my main game I used to play a long time ago. But it's good since it's gone free to play earlier this year. There seems to be a bigger player base, which is nice. Chilled Gamer, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that. Looks like I'll be able to pay off the loan. Indeed, Scott. Indeed. Which actually brings me to my next question. If we pay off the loan, do we look at buying... Oh, it's $288,000. I think they're going to be too expensive to buy. $178,000. Field 10's just not worth it. That's our smallest field at the present time. Sorry, we'll tab out of that. Go and find a different truck to follow. She's a little bit filthy. Needs a clean. Doing good besides the migraine. I feel you for that, Nick. I feel you. I used to get them when I was a teenager. Like to the point I was physically sick. It forced me to vomit. But I've kind of eased off. Now I just get them when I spend too much time on the computer. Can't do FPS games anymore, they're a bit too aggressive and toxic. Yeah, they can be. They can be crazy acts. I've got a couple of mates who still play, and so it's nice to jump on and just chew the fat with them and have a bit of a play. But you're right, they are very toxic and frustrating. Like to stay mellow playing games. You know, it's actually interesting, you notice that on Facebook, a lot of people are saying that number of times you see comments, and sometimes even on YouTube videos, and you get someone who say, you know, oh, I've had FS19, or I've seen this game and I've never played it, and then I got it somehow and now I'm addicted. It's just such a chill, relaxed game. No toxicity or anything like that. And FS2 will vouch as well. I think lots of people say how we have probably the best gaming community that I know of in terms of that chilled atmosphere, and 95% of people are there to help people, and that's why we get live streams like this with 50 odd people here at the moment, and it's all very chilled, friendly. Hardly ever have to time anyone out. It's very, very nice. Used to play Rust regularly. I've never played that one. Deer Creek does have traffic on the main road, Jacob, but I've got it turned off when I'm using auto drive because it doesn't play nicely. It's also that road is where this truck's heading. When I've got one of the big air carts or something on that, or even one of the plows, or the grain cart or something, it takes up too much space. The road's a little bit narrow. In fact, the air cart will take up the full width of this road pretty much when it's going down the middle. Here, there you go. Hadn't gamed in years until 2 or 3 years ago. Found Farm Sim, it's been downhill since. There's some up hills, you don't always just go down the hills, crazy eights. Turn around and go back up them. But I hear ya. They were saying you get the clients you deserve. I think the same is true as a YouTuber. That's a very, very good way to put it. I'm gonna steal that. Take that one to the office on Monday. So I was doing some thinking over the weekend, team, and this is what we should be striving for. Used to be a good day fun, yeah. Yep, I hear ya. Still sitting here waiting for your water tank to fill. Yeah, I remember the days of when the likes of PUBG used to have open lobbies. The lobby you could have open chat. It was, put it this way, you had to be pretty thick-skinned. And that's, you know, that's probably what worries me the most with my kids playing online games, and that is making sure they don't take anything that says them to heart or personally or anything like that. Just gotta brush it off. Oh, just you wait for his live stream, Mark. Just you wait. It's gonna be all fluffy ducks and deep and meaningfuls. Yeah, pour his heart out to us. Farm Sim and Philosophy, the perfect match. Anyone seen Scorp lately? Scorp's been a busy man, Jacob. He was in Discord the other day. He did comment on a nice little clip from my last video, or 2 videos ago, that Mark shared. When I said a word I've been trying to avoid for a very long time. We're going to have another truck collision on the corner. I'm going to preempt it. Can I stop it in time? But he did see that, and he did comment on it, so yeah, he is around. I just know he does struggle with time to catch live streams all the time, Jacob, with his family. I miss this. What word? Mark's shared a clip in Discord, Nick. You have to go find it. Okay. A lot of the toxic issues coming from kids playing online. Oh, I know. And we've had that conversation as well. Unfortunately, I've also heard their father playing, and he could get a little bit carried away sometimes too. You're going there now, Nick. It's nothing to get too excited about. I was more shocked that FSG had to censor me in his video the other day. Oh gosh, what did I say? I had to go back and watch mine, which I didn't censor, to see how bad it was. That made me chuckle. A little parental advisory. Oh, what's happened? He got shunted again. This poor Blue Mac is not having a good day of it, is he? Poor guy. Him and his grain doors. Tip side. I don't want to... There we go. Is that, so tell me, does auto drive change that? Potty mouth Argsy. Got shocked about the money we made. Right. Do that. The grain elevator. Let's see, has it kept my tip side then? Maybe do it without the trailer. Could do. I think it's just because it was tipping through the grain door, it was taking a very long time. Shocked about the money we made. Time to take the Heisler out for a test run. Hope we can make it up 3%. Oh look, oh see, it's changed again. That's interesting. I said a Brazilian football its name. Automatic tip side is on. Is that a is that an auto drive, Jan? Look back into there. Arrgh, stupid, noisy. On the vehicle, is it? Automatic tip side. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Look at that. One. Tip side. Back. Tip side sets it back on that one, because it didn't tip it. Perfect. Thank you. Did not know about that one. I mean, I knew the setting was there, I didn't realise what it did. Pop Greybeard, welcome along. Nice to have you here as well. Look at that, guys. Look at this. Much more. We're going to still have half a million litres to sell. So, look at this. Get rid of it all. No more debt. Keep going. Keep going. Gone. Debt free. Hoorah. What a stupid city. Does feel a little bit silly, doesn't it, Mark? It's nice since you don't have to... Yeah. Yeah, but it's just, I guess in that case, it's just annoying which one it defaults to. That it defaults to the grain door rather than the full width. Anyhow, we can fix that. You've officially abandoned this map for Green Valley, Nebraska. This is still a good map. Enjoy it though. Oh, Green Valley, Nebraska. Fantastic map. It's a good choice. Good choice to abandon this one for. We are this episode 19 on this, so we'll get through one more season. I think we'll get one more round of crops done. Bang into the trailer. Keep going, Mac. Oh. We might have taken a layer of paint off them, but that was pretty close. This was a good map. Sorry, this is a good map, and it was perfect. I think it just came out at the perfect time. It was sort of one of the first big maps with big fields on it, and it was still just a 1x. If it had come out for console, it just would have ticked so many boxes. But even so, it has been good. But Green Valley is going to be great. Those field sizes on that, and it's just got a little bit more character to it, which is easier on a 4x, of course. You can't get off Wyoming, Nick. Yeah, Wyoming's a pretty good looking map, and I see CJ is working on that for console as a standard size map. So he's picked a quadrant of it, a quarter. I'm intrigued to know which quarter he's picked, to be honest. Obviously we can't have gold mining and gravel mining, so I wonder if he's kind of taken part of the hills to the north, the main farmyard, the predefined fields, the town, and then got rid of maybe some of the high plains. I don't know, I'm intrigued actually to see it when he does when he has a map for it. Now pay maintenance fees on all trucks and watch for that money disappear again. That's a good point. However, I do have the repair settings tool and mod installed as well, Christoph. We'll save a little bit on that. And the 2 Macs are the contractors' vehicles, so I don't have to worry about maintenance on those. You've already had the answer there, Jacob, but I will confirm that yes, it has. It was released yesterday. A few people having a few issues by the sounds of things just loading the map, so just be mindful of that. It seems to be pretty random who it affects and how it affects you. So if you do have some issues, no, you're not alone, but no, it seems to be a bizarre issue that some people are having. It defaults to the stupidest one because it's a stupid setting you don't need. It's a good way to put it, Mark. Is there an update for Wyoming? Not yet, Scott. Oh yeah, Nick. Oh, of course, Nick will know. Working on an update that everyone will love for the PC. Bottom right, I bet good mix of everything and the train. Bottom left. I know what you mean. Gotta have Jeb's place in there too, don't you, FSG? Gotta have, what is it, Muddy Waters? Muddy Hollow? Muddy something. New crop, new features. Yeah, alfalfa, isn't it, Nick? Alfalfa. I know he's added propane, anhydrous, dry corn. Of course, everyone's going to be able to add that, at least on PC, to any map very soon. Once Alpha Infusion gets his modded propane tank finished. That's right. I reckon you said bottom right on purpose, just so I could feel good about correcting you on something. And oil, yeah, that's right, crude oil. I can hear that Kenworth catching us. Sing a song about a convoy. Kevin, how you doing? Nice to see you. Long time no see. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Hope all is well in your world. Why can't consoles run 4x maps? I think it's from what I understand, it's a memory issue, Derek. But I know Giants have been doing some internal testing on some different size maps to see how they go. You know, they had Ola's map and trying that on Renaboo, seeing how that formed on console. And there's a couple of others I know they've tried out, but seems to be some sort of, I think it's some sort of memory issue, but can't be 100% certain on that. I thought with the new game, with the optimization of the textures and the texture streaming and all of that sort of stuff, the occlusion, culling and everything else I've added in, I thought there was going to be a higher chance of a larger map. But not yet. Am I a precision farming kind of guy? I love precision farming, and particularly now that weeds are going to be patchy. It just made my day. It was something that precision farming's needed. I'm excited for that, so I'll definitely be using that when we get started somewhere soon. You can already start Calmston once the latest update is done. Full precision farming. Yeah, good call. Just read that Mr. P is running out of a particular type of projectile because the parts are in affection. Gonna need a new save when the update comes. You can't add a new save. Yeah, I'd heard that. I had heard that. I can, but not reliably. How many trucks are you running? Looks like ATS and FS22 combined. That's what I was saying earlier, Pop. Got 3 trucks. So we've got this Mac, the other Mac there, and the Kenworth. So there's a little bit of ATS meets FS22. I thought it was a good one to do on a live stream because doing it all on auto drive, we can I can chat to you guys a whole lot more without worrying about crashing quite so much. And trying to put together a video of trucks running back and forth because we did have, I think I calculated we had about 1.5 million litres of crops to sell, so it's a fair amount. Actually, it'd be good, interesting to know, what is it, bushels is, was it 22 litres per bushel or something? Is that right? Wasn't paying attention, derailed on switch. Whoopsie days. Yeah, next gen consoles. I mean, they're current gen, aren't they? You're going to call them current gen consoles. It's not everyone can get a current gen console. In 2 minds whether to get Maze Plus when it's released. Yeah, Maze Plus. I never really played too much of the Maze Plus in 19, but I'm looking forward to giving it a go on 22 and seeing what that might bring as well. Never play on console again. I've still got my console. I've got mates that I still play games with. I don't play... So I haven't actually bought FS22 for console. I had 19 for console. In fact, I had 19 on console before PC. Where I started out. It's current generation, but still, yeah. What's that? My Maze Plus confuses you, Jacob? Yeah. Yeah, I need to try and catch some of the streams and watch some of the videos on it just to get my head around how it's all going to work for 22. So, interestingly enough, why is this Kenworth? It's because I turned collisions back off, isn't it? I tried Maze Plus, but could never find a good tutorial on it. I know for 19, Scroff did some great tutorials on Maze Plus. All the different grass types and things like that. I'm sure someone will do something with 22. You're looking forward to the release of the Mac? Yeah, Pop, it is very nice. I'm enjoying it. I've actually been thinking about doing a little video on maybe some of my favourite trucks that are in the game, because there is, you know, that I love that Kenworth. It's a very, very nice Kenworth. And then there's the other Kenworth pack. Is it the Legend pack, which has come out recently? That's very nice as well. It's Mac. There's some good trucks out there. Even this one. Where is it? This one here by the Farm Sim game guys. A nice Kenworth as well. Or PSG. Not the Farm Sim guy, the Farm Sim game. It's got some cool options. Nice looking truck. And of course, John's still here, but our mate Jonathan from Northwest Mods and Edits has a truck he has started working on too. What do I play on console? Mainly playing Apex Legends has been the main thing actually. It's just one that me and a couple of mates jump onto and play every now and then. Getting back onto our first person shooters we were talking about earlier. I've been on the fence about getting Gran Turismo. I will get it at some stage. I want to get the disc version though. Just because I've got every other disc version of Gran Turismo. I'm a little bit of a hoarder and collector like that. I've actually been waiting to see if the collector's edition of it comes down in price. I'd buy that and just leave it sitting there and then get the digital version on the console. Cop did good videos on Maze Plus as well. Yeah, Scroft is mad keen on Maze Plus. And Disturbed, yeah, it's a good call too, Greg. Disturbed, we doing something? Come on, Matt, get around the corner before the other one gets there. This is going to be tight, but we're going to make it. Don't go too slow. Don't go too slow. Oh, we're good. Do you know a fix for some vehicles not being able to open covers on a trailer, specifically I'm going to play on PC with a controller? Not specifically, Pop. I know some equipment had keybind issues. Demco Wagon, the 19, had keybind issues. So just, that's all I can suggest is going and checking those out. Can't remember if there's a way to fix it or not. GT is great, you love it. I've had mixed reviews on it, Chinook, but mainly around the pay-to-play aspect of it. You know, limited cars that you can only get having a certain amount of XP points, and to grind those XP points without buying them is a stupid amount of hours for the vehicle. So there's a lot of complaints around that side of it. Oh, we're going to get close here too. Whack the trailer. Oh no, just in there too. Oh, Junta's here, and he did hear what I said, and he is saying multiple. Ooh. Multiple different brands or models, or multiple options in that brand or model. That's exciting. You have to wait on some tutorials regarding Maze Plus because I'm not entirely sure what it does and how it helps. I don't know if it helps in any way, Jacob, but it gives you some different options for things around props and the way you do maze and things like that. I know some guys have integrated it already, like, not integrated it, but given you different options, like, for example, the Green Valley harvest stools, you can put grass in them or chaff in them. You put grass into them to ferment silage, or you can put chaff in, which is from corn, and make silage. There's a couple of different ways you can do that. I know someone was suggesting to MRG for Ashton Corners that he sees about, see if he could do a specific maize corn which might have had a higher yield for when it's chopped versus what you might yield off it as a corn. I don't know if there's a way they could figure that out, but Have I tried Rainbow Six? No, I haven't, Mark, but it's something I wanted to get and have a look at. I've actually just signed up for a beta of a game called The Cycle. And is it The Cycle Frontier? Which is that $5 wage payment for the hour. Good money driving trucks. But no, what was I saying? The Cycle Frontier, which is meant to be a little bit like Tarkov. Like a shooter-looter kind of game. I haven't had a chance to play that yet. Can't stand a pay to one. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them either, Crazy 8s. Oh, they fixed that. They increased the reward after each race. Ah, okay. I hadn't caught up on that bit. The other thing is, oh, he's done his 5 loads. Go and sort that fence out before the other truck gets back there. Reverse U back under the pull trigger and say go again. Oh, that's good they fixed that. Now the other thing that they had, like, depending which region you are, because New Zealand and Australia are considered part of the Asian region for the competitive races, they had all the races at like times to suit Asian countries, which made it, you know, I think the earliest race you could do in New Zealand was like midnight or 1 AM. Understandably so, you know, like I've said plenty of times, like this game, we're a small market, don't get a lot of attention. Multiple brands, awesome, that's exciting. Greed farm some guy. Loving the map so far. It's a pretty nice map, I do enjoy this one. Been having a lot of fun on it. Been a nice fun series. Braden Heater, my friend, welcome along. Great to have you here, just took out a stop sign. Braden's fault, blame him for that. Well, who would have thought that there'd be over 50 of you hanging out while we just drive trucks back and forth. Making some money. Look at that. So we've already repaid $290,000 worth of loans and it's made already $152,000. How's our corn going? Do you know what's going to happen? 200,000 litres, not too much more. We are going to look at the price for corn in June. We have to remember the fact we got $500 for it now. We'll have a look and we'll probably would have got 600 if we waited till June. It's the life of farming, isn't it? You sell it when you need the money or when you think you've got a good price, and that's the gamble you pay. Gamble you make. Came here for the farm, but we stayed for the conversation. Thank you, Scott. I'm pleased. I noticed you didn't say intelligent conversation. Because you'd definitely be in the wrong place for that. That starts in half an hour on Farm Some Guy's channel. No pressure. If you just had Australian races, all you have is V8 utes. You want to see the Australian racing cars? It's a series they do, and they're these almost 1/4 scale race cars. They look tiny, so tiny. Hang on, get away from here. Find another truck to sit in. They're so tiny that the drivers can stretch their arms out. I've got my arms stretched out, but when they stretch their arms out, they can wave out both windows at the same time. They look like a lot of fun actually. They almost look like go-karts with bodies on them. No FSG channel is making sure he actually stops at the stop signs and doesn't take cars out. Not on Farm Some Guys one. No way. No way, Nick. That ain't happening. Father Mick Gaming, thank you very much for the sub. Do I use a car in the game? I have got a nice pickup over here that I use in the game. But not a car. That's my get around the map if I need to vehicle, which is the Northwest Mods and Edits Ford Super Duty. Very, very trick bit of kit. Very enjoyable. Nice options on it too. But no, I haven't actually used any proper cars. I haven't even looked to download any. Really. They sell crops on consignment now, so they could lose money even if they can't get the crop on the ground. Yeah, that's like a pre-contracted, selling it pre-contract, isn't it, Greg? that's what I know. You know, if you watch Welker Farms, they got, you know, caught out, and they made the good point that I think they were selling their wheat. They sold their wheat for whatever. Let's say they sold it for, they pre-contracted it at $30 a bushel. By the time they got to selling it or harvesting it, it was worth $45 a bushel. So, you know, they missed out a little bit there because the price kept on going up and up. But the previous year it was only $15 a bushel, so they still made double what they'd made the year before on it. And we get the same thing here, like my wife's family own a dairy farm, and they contract, you know, you can pre-sell your milk basically on a contract at a certain price per kilogram of milk solids, which is how milk's calculated. And so you do that before the season, and as so happened, the milk price is still going up and up, so it's actually worth more than what they contracted for, but you don't contract a lot. Aussie clown cars, they are a bit clowny, aren't they? Hey Kartik, how you doing? David Bean, hi Argsy, thanks for the info on Deer Creek. No worries, anytime. Did anyone talk about Argsy's bleaked out word on FS2's No Man's Land video? We did discuss that, Scott. Yes, that's come up. It was a little bit of a faux pas on my part. Jamie, how you doing? Happy Saturday to you. Sunday morning here, and the fog has lifted and it is looking bright and sunny outside, so looking forward to a nice day here in God's Own. Where do you get it? The Super Duty? Northwest Mods and Edits, I think. Have a look in the description. I'm pretty sure I've got a link to their Facebook page in the description for this one, and that should be the only place you can find it. Nope, I like the word Argsy said on the second video for Wyoming series though. Yeah. I'll let that one slip through too, Nick. Mark Thor was onto it though, he picked up on that. No. Don't know what you're talking about, Nick. However, if I say it with my good Kiwi accent, it sounds like Nick, doesn't it? Same in Oz. Nice. There's a big uproar in the Aussie dairy industry when they tried to retro price contracts and demanded money back from the farmers. Yeah, I can imagine that would make for some interesting discussions, Craig. I'm disappointed when I looked out the window this morning, cloudy and snow on the ground. Oh, we're going to have a crash. We're going to have a crash. This one's on the stop sign, they better wait. It's funny what, you know, but for us it'll be a novelty to look out and see snow on the ground. Hawkeye, so we'd be quite excited to see that. But when you live with it, I can imagine it get a little bit frustrating. Sunny 50 and no snow anymore. Nice. Now I see the Welkers have started planting. They were seeding yesterday, they were live streaming seeding, planting peas in Montana, so certainly getting to that time of the season in the US, isn't it? Yeah. Looking forward to catching some more of those videos that the farming tubers do. I also saw an update from Mapper's Paradise on Welker's farm, saying they had all their field definitions and everything done, so exciting for that map. Now, what was the other map I saw? Was it Black Sheep modding or White Bull modding? Doing a map for a French farming tuber, making his map. So this guy had the farming channel had 56,000 subs, I think, when I looked at. Yeah, and was it White Bull or Black Sheep? Can't remember which one it was now, but I did see that on Facebook yesterday, so that'll be interesting. Snow just gets downright annoying. 1 year I was trapped on your house for over a week. Stop signs with detection boxes for auto drive would be a nice addition. Absolutely, Mark. Should be gone by the end of Feb. Oh, and what are we? We're into April. I can see why that'd be a little bit of a downer for you, Hawkeye. You're not out in the fields yet in Minnesota, but won't be far away. Those yellow peas, they don't need to take the temperature into account. See, okay. Winter cop. Do you grow crops in Nebraska? Winter crops coming up green here in Nebraska right now. This is going to be another crash. Oh no, I'm getting it turned in. Gun. Interesting how these two detect each other quite well, but the other one doesn't. Maybe a while you're in northern Iowa and you've still got snow, Hawkeye. Yeah. And you're in central Minnesota and got no snow, Nick. One good thing about the snow. Oh no, I'll be making myself look stupid. I was going to say, doesn't the snow insulate the ground a little bit and stop it freezing as much? But when it's been wet, cold and snowy all winter, it's probably more frozen than normal, is it? Probably has the reverse effect and stops it from thawing. Oh, David, Green Valley, Nebraska looks so good. Loving map. Absolutely. I've got these trucks all up in a crazy cadence now. They were doing so well. Can be 71 day here and 30 the next. But more snow forecast for Minnesota, is that right? It will help right now because we've been warm, so it will help people. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. Chinooks just shared the Discord page. And actually, we are talking about Green Valley, David. Chinook has very kindly sponsored and set up a multiplayer server, 12-slot multiplayer server on Green Valley. He was setting that all up yesterday, so I have a little bit of work to do with getting all the chat channels set up in Discord and all of that kind of thing, but we'll have that one up and rolling. I'll try and get that done today, actually. So if anyone is interested and keen to join a multiplayer server playing on Green Valley, then make sure you jump on Discord and we'll get all the details and everything set up here. Open for anyone to join, you don't have to be a channel member or anything, and this is all courtesy of Chinook, so big thank you to him. Nick's saying it's 50 for the next 10 days, so it's not going to snow. Love to join, David. Well, there we go. We'll make sure we'll get you set up into there too. I think it'll be a great multiplayer map. And there we go. There's the little project Greg's been helping me out with as well too. Our map directory. So we're just trying to keep up with that's a little bit tough, but we are making sure we've got as many of the maps that we are aware of, and certainly all the ones that have been released on ModHub. Having all of those shared, so make sure you jump across there and check that out if you're looking for some options for maps. And thank you to Greg for helping with some of the posts on that. It's been a big help to be able to send him a map and saying, are you able to take care of this? And finding a post there that I just need to approve and publish. So thank you, Greg. Yeah, for sure, Crazy 8. Yep, big thumbs up. Big thumbs up to Chinook there. How is our corn going? We must be getting pretty much to the end of it. Dry corn. We are to the end of it. You know, that will mean this truck will be sitting here waiting to fill. How much have they got in it? Last 5,000 litres. Alright. Let us go. Wish the pizza place I ordered from did stuff for us. I'll order it from somewhere that does crazy. I'd like to see a Texas map come out for FS22, the West Texas remake or something new, Central or South Texas. Yeah. Texas is funny, isn't it, Scott? Like, there hasn't been a huge amount of maps considering the size of the state. Surprised there hasn't been more. Is what it is, I suppose. I don't know, I haven't even looked at Czar mappings to see if he's still floating around doing anything. He's obviously the Texas king there for a while. I did find another Louisiana map, 4x Louisiana map, which is in sort of a, it's been released on itch.io, but it's kind of in a beta stage. So we might take a look at that as well. No FSG today. FSG has been floating around in chat, and we will be wrapping up in the next 10 or so minutes because he's going live. So we're all going to head over there and give him a hard time. Won't order from Pizza Hut. Fair enough, Crazy Hates. And Zach, how you doing, mate? Welcome along, nice to see you. Hope you've woken to, you've probably actually been in the Waikato, you've probably got more fog than we had this morning, do you? Very foggy morning for us, but it is all gone and nice and sunny at the moment. Need a good Minnesota map. I went to play West Texas, but ended up not having time to ever start it. I'd like to see a Texas map with Texas specific crops on 22. Be nice, wouldn't it? Would be nice. Do I play maps off camera? Very rarely do it. Normally if I'm not recording content for Farm Sim, I'll play something other than Farm Sim. That's where I get, you know, talking earlier about catching up with other mates and playing games with them or something. Alright, that is all our corn sold, $273,000. So, that has been a most productive. Look at that, $570,000 worth of crops. Ah, and we're just about out of diesel. Good thing we can afford to get some now. We'll turn that off, we'll drive back ourselves and already turned itself off. Been here since the beginning. I'm in a valley and there's lots of fog. Oh, you've been here since the beginning. Ah. Alright, so you've got cruise control. See what this truck will go. We were talking about how fast trucks will go. This one will go 75. Oh, I don't like going that fast because I invariably crash. Valleys always hold the fog for a lot longer as they do indeed, Greg. What other games do you like to play with your friends? Often some first-person shooter type games. Apex Legends and PUBG have been a sort of couple of mainstays. Haven't played any new Gran Turismo 7, but a bit of racing games. What else have we played? Sure, there's others that I can't think of at the moment. Money, lots of money. Started the stream. Ah, you're good, buddy. No worries. Been lurking. That is absolutely fine. Valley of the Shadow of Death. There's some interesting valleys actually up where Anzac lives, sort of thermal valleys and that, on kind of the thermal, you're up and around the thermal area of New Zealand, aren't you? Oh, you're flying between Romania and the Netherlands, P3D, nice. I need to get an intern auto drive off on those other two trucks or I will be paying for them. Whoa, let's stop that there. So we're going to give that a clean off. Let's go over here. That one off. In fact, what we're going to do, we are going to send these down to the store because I don't own them. They aren't mine, so they can go down to the store to storage. Along with everything else that I have had come in as a contractor in inverted commas. That one down there too. There we go. They've been most useful though. It's taken us pretty much 2 hours to get everything sold, so it's a good thing we had those extra trucks. On camera you have to keep it interesting though for the viewers. When I play I tend to do a lot of cultivating contracts with a 5 minute. It would never be interesting viewing. That's true, Derek. I'd probably be the opposite. If I was playing off camera and just doing a series, I'd be jumping all over the place. I'd have multiple bits of equipment going, I'd be tabbing through, I'd be doing all sorts. And it would be hard to put together as a proper clip. Running's like sprinting. Yeah, I've got cheats. Got that. This annoys me, this thing. Just, why can't I get to there and it just won't let me go any further, but it just deactivates? It should be like it was in 19 where you just can't go any further. Because when you're trying to, say I wanted to get right down here, and you can just go that little bit and you're like, ah, I've gone too far, I've got to go all the way back now. I know you're warning me, but don't. Might get back into FS22 and precision farming drops. Be interesting to see how it changes things, Anzac. I'm looking forward to trying it out. You like the blue and white truck, but Derek, it's a nice. Yeah, those Macs are beautiful. Should have another look at them for those who haven't seen. Should at least send the back clean. Shh, Greg. I've paid those guys $5,000 for an hour's work. Be sure they can clean their own trucks. In fact, it would have been, we've been 2 hours, so we'll probably end up with a $10,000 wage bill. Let's have a look. It's in here somewhere. Wage payments. Look at that. We're going to have paid almost 9 grand for wages by the time we're finished. I think they can clean their own truck. Did some power harrowing last week. Very good. Alright, park that back in there where it lives. Right. We're done. I'll go down and sort those other trucks out. But there we go. Next week. Oh, someone asked how many litres we had. We had 850,000 litres of dry corn and about 450,000 litres of barley we've sold. So 1.3 million litres, pretty much. Hawkeye. Used to do that on the West Aussie map. What was that? Greg. Hey Banks, how you doing? Welcome along. Thank you for joining, albeit briefly as we're just wrapping up. But yeah, so next week, next episode, we'll be in here planting. Now, we're putting corn in this field, and we've only got the 1775. So I'm a little bit apprehensive about how long that's going to take to put corn in here, because I know how long it took to plant this field with just the soybeans. And in fact, actually that's a good question. Is that planter? That's what I've got. Oh, I can direct drill. I can drill straight into the stubble. That's good. I thought we might have to get in and cultivate, but no, that is fine. Well, there we go. $273,000 and no more debt. That's exciting. And we've still got the soybeans to go. So we've got 350,000 litres of soybeans. So even if we sold those at current price, $500. So that's another what, 150, 175,000, and we're at the bottom of the range at the moment. So we are going to be doing very well, very well. I'll jump from one piece to the next to keep them going. Here, true, I did do that, Greg. Lease a large planter. But there's not. What is bigger? There's the DBs. I wanted to get those, but I'll been avoiding using those. Let's see. If you get seasick, you don't want to power a paddock that has been dissed. Yeah, I hear you there, Anzac. I've power harrowed directly over ploughed fields before, and that's enough. I could always lease a second planter, Derek. That's the other option. But there we go. Right, lots of money. That was a lot of fun. I've enjoyed that. Thank you everyone who's joined for the chat and banter. It's been the most enjoyable episode, and no internet issues because of my cable I've had to plug in. So that bodes well for Wednesday night stream as well. But everyone, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for all your support. Like I said earlier, 10,000 subs this week is a huge milestone for the channel, and couldn't be more humble that you are all sitting here, whatever you're doing all around the world, watching. Farm Sim Guy is going live in just a couple of minutes, so jump over there. I want to see lots of Argsy raid, whatever you want to say. Tell him that his gear's dirty. Tell him that he's got the wrong tool selected. Just give him a good wind up and a good stitch up. And enjoy his stream on Green Valley. So if you haven't seen Green Valley by DJ Modding and thinking of downloading it, go over and check it out on his stream. But as always, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the stream, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.